trying to eat my food, but you know, you got this dog right here that wants all my beef. Look at this dog, always trying to find some food. I swear. Look at her. Look at the hamstrings on that thing. Woo! God Almighty. She got bigger hammies than me and the glutes. All right, guys. So we are basically about 2 weeks into prep. Feeling pretty good. I'm definitely feeling a whole lot better. I got through my beef phase and my bulk, which was November, December, and January. Cut back on the beef starting February. Those are the months where I got big and full. And now I'm still keeping 1 ground beef meal in, as you guys saw in my story. Still at 93.7 beef, but in November, December, I was eating 80-20, just getting big and full. But as you guys know, beef that is 80-20, that's not really lean, does kill your cardiovascular health. So you got to be careful of that stuff. Again, that's why I use that stuff as a trick. You don't keep that in. If you eat 80-20 year round, it's not a good idea. So 2-3 months is perfectly fine. But after that, you got to switch it up to a leaner beef. And it still keeps you full, like full as in like muscle-wise full. But yeah, you got to start switching that up once you, because it gets to a point to where you're bloated. But yeah, that was the key in my bulk. This is the most beef I've ever eaten on a bulk, and like ever. I've been on. I think this last bulk was my 4th bulk ever. I think my first ever bulk was 2021 in January. I bulked through that whole summer, the entire year. Competed the year after that, and it goes from there. So you guys know the story. So yeah, guys, 2 weeks in, I'm feeling good. Like I said, we got 14 weeks to go. Again, you're not going to see any major changes if you guys ever decide to cut for a show. The thing is the very beginning, like where I'm at now, always sucks because the immediate diet change is bad. It always sucks going from your tasty foods to straight up chicken, beef, and fish. It sucks. And then all you eat is rice. So it's a mindset change as well. You got to flip that switch. You can't be the same person you were in your off season. So and CBum has a whole documentary about talking about that kind of stuff, about mindset, about prep. But the thing is, when you're in prep, you don't see any major changes till about 8 weeks in. And the reason is because that's when everything starts coming together. So when you're only 2-3 weeks in, yeah, you're going to see a little bit of definition in the abs, just a little bit better. You're going to lose a little bit of fat, water. But the first 2 weeks, you basically just lose water. That's it. So you're not going to lose fat within 2 weeks. It don't work that quick. Usually takes about 8 to 10 weeks. And then after the 10 weeks, your carbs are so low at that point that you're going to really start dropping the fat. So that's when the fat changes every week. You're going to see major changes every week when you're about 10 weeks out. Not 10 weeks out, 8 weeks out. Either way, it's close enough. But yeah, guys, so I will keep you guys updated week by week. I feel like this is my year, guys. I look the best I've ever been right now. I'm still above 200 pounds. I weighed in at 208 this morning. So as of last Sunday, I've lost 4 pounds. So and it's good though. It's really good that it's dropping slow. That means my body is really trying to hang on to it. So you guys, my my cardio is about 25 minutes right now. So this is the biggest I've ever been. So my food intake has got to be higher than last year. So I'm taking in 350 carbs right now, 270 protein, and 85 or 90 grams of fat. My bulking off season, peak bulk was 400 carbs, which is actually the least carbs I've ever eaten. But I used the beef to get me big, like I said earlier. So carbs are actually the lowest on any bulk, and I still grew the most. It's crazy. My protein was at 265, and then my fats were 130. So that's my bulking stats there. So my fats dropped a lot. Carbs 50-gram drop, and then I up my protein 5 grams to kind of keep the muscle there. So like I said, guys, I'm not going to see any fat loss until probably 6 weeks from now. So at that time, you're still losing fat right now, but it's you're not going to see it with your own eyes till about 6 weeks out. or not. Sorry, I can't. I got diet brain right now. 6 weeks from now. So but yeah. So right now in the mirror, I can see a difference, but it's not a fat difference. It's just water weight. I am looking already smaller, because I don't think I said this earlier, but when you guys start your cut, again, I said earlier about the diet change sucks. What also sucks is the way you look. You might think you think I'm crazy for saying that, but it's like you look smaller. The thing is, you look smaller because that water weight's coming off. But also, it's again like I said earlier, but the fat is you haven't lost enough fat yet to really see the insertions and all that stuff that makes you look bigger, more defined muscle. Because right now I'm 2 weeks in and I'm barely seeing any results, and I think I'm getting smaller. You look smaller, but it's just the fat not getting off there yet. So once the fat and water comes off at about 10 weeks out, for about 4 weeks from now, maybe 5 weeks from now, I'll really start to see some major changes. Like, okay, we're getting somewhere. I'm looking good now. The shoulders are looking more capped. That bicep vein from all the way up here is coming in. So you start to see all that about 8 to 10 weeks out. Usually about 8 weeks out. And usually I'm my biggest and fullest at about 5 weeks out. So that's when I'm going to do my next video with Xavier coming in a few months. So because he leaves. That's as soon as he can get me. It sucks because he's moving, because he's got promotions and stuff. So he's doing really good right now with his business. So I'm trying to get him in at 5 weeks out, because I'm going to look good at 5 weeks out. I'm going to be big and lean, so I'll probably be about 11% body fat at that point. So, but yeah, guys. So it sucks right now with the diet change and also the way I look. To you guys, I'm not going to look any different, because you're like, oh my God, you look big, Connor. What do you mean you look? So what I'm trying to say is that once you see yourself every day, like myself, in the mirror and everything, you can see the changes. So it's like, to me, I look terrible in terms of I don't see any insertions. I don't see any but again, that's coming. It's coming. So this is the part in prep where you just gotta say fuck it, just go, and I guarantee you 3-4 weeks from now you're gonna start seeing some big major changes. So let the cardio and the diet do its thing. As long as you're doing the workouts, eating right, it's gonna let the beauty of dieting do its thing. So, and guys, like I said earlier about intensity when I was talking about nutrition. So my intensity is still relatively, it's higher than it was a couple weeks ago before I started prep, but because I just have that mindset of prep to where a little adrenaline kicks in. I'm just ready to win this show, so I'm obviously going to push harder because it's prep season, but also it's starting to get in better shape, so it actually push through. And because the thing is, I'm actually going through the workouts faster now because I'm already in better shape. So really, without me even realizing, I'm going faster. Because peak bulk, you're just like so tired in between sets because you're so out of shape. And now it's just like, all right, I can go through the workout, no problem. But anyway, guys, so yeah, you guys know how I train. If you guys watch my videos, I always say I go heavyweight, always, no matter what rep range you're doing. But make sure you get that rep you're trying to do. So if your rep range is 12, go as heavy as you can, but as long as you get 12 reps. I recommend having somebody with you, spotting you for like 3 to 4 force reps if you're really trying to go heavy. I'm telling you, force reps are a magic wonder in terms of building muscle. It really is. But again, I wouldn't do that every workout. I wouldn't do it every workout, but because in that mindset, I think it's the same thing as supersetting and drop setting. That's just my opinion. But you guys know me, I hate supersetting. I never do it. If I do it, I will do it during when I'm cutting down, because I'm better shape. I can actually transition from one exercise to another without being so tired. But also, one reason I hate supersetting. Let me sit up for a minute. One reason I hate supersetting is because especially 2 different muscle groups. I'm okay with you supersetting if it's the same muscle group you're doing. Like if you're doing, let's say you're just doing straight up bicep dumbbell curls, and then you head over to some rope hammers. That's okay, I guess, because you're working your biceps. But I would literally, to me, it's pointless because you're doing the same thing on a different machine. Like let's say you're doing a bicep curl with a dumbbell, then you head over to a cable. and little do cable curls. There's no point. It's the same freaking thing. So just save your energy and give all you got to one exercise and kill that one exercise and then just move on to another one, a totally different one. You want to be able to hit every single part of that muscle group in that workout. I never leave the gym until I get that deep tear feeling. Again, I always say that if you guys watch my vids, that there's a difference between a tear of the muscle of the fibers than a pump. I always save the pump at the end. So that's why you guys, when you see me in the gym doing my compound lifts, I don't rush it. I sit there for like 4 or 5 minutes between each set because I don't need the pump. The pump's gonna be there either way because it's being worked, the blood flow. Now, I will say this, guys. I do have certain workouts every now and then where I go ballistic, where I train with somebody like my coach Carlos or somebody, and we just go all out. Either you do 21s for arms, something like that. I do that a lot when I bulk up, just as a shock method. Have that one workout every month. I recommend especially for your weak point. Let's say you have weak arms. Have that one workout of the month where you do a shock. So that's why I save a lot of stuff. Like, let's say I just have a library. I'm just going to say library. I have things in my library. Okay, I'm going to pick superset arms, all workout. Boom, okay. Let's do 50 reps for legs today. Something like that. Just something to really shock your body. So have that basic foundation exercises to where you build your body around. I preach on that. So for arms, for me, on biceps, it's cheat curls, barbell curls. I never throw that away. That's why I'm still doing it. That's what's developed my arms. So why would I throw it away even when I'm cutting down? Stupid to do, right? So have that one exercise for each muscle group to where you keep it year round. Never run away from it. So again, if you throw it away, you're going to shrivel up like a little ball. So, but anyway, guys, so yeah, have that one workout every month or every 2 months or every 2 weeks if you want to. I don't care. To where you just go ballistic, go all out, see how strong you are. You know, it's like I recommend having somebody with you that's better than you, stronger than you, to really push your ass. And that's for me on a leg day. I mean, if I happen to do legs by myself, I walk in the gym on leg day by myself, which I love that fight in myself. That's why I don't listen to music when I do leg day. I don't sound stupid, but I love to have that fight mentality in my head. Because, you know, Carlos, I don't know if you guys know Jim, he went to the Y. He still goes there. Like I see him I go to the Y on Saturday. I see him every Saturday. And he just, every time we see each other in the gym, he just like, let's go, Connor, let's go. You know, he just hypes me up. I think of him in my head when I do my squats too. But sometimes I do listen to some like David Goggins when I do my squats. Kind of helps me push. But you always want to, if you can't win the battle and the fight by yourself, why do you have somebody else pushing you? Let's say he injures himself. He can't work out for 3-4 months. You're just by yourself in the gym. You know, it's like, you know, that's why I work out a lot by myself, is because I want to be able to push and get bigger by myself. If I can do that, I'm good. So one more thing, guys, about my workouts that I like to do. I don't think I've ever said this. So this little trick I do. There's 3 things I do each workout. How to develop the muscle, just every part of it. I build it, sculpt it, and then fine tune it. In that order. Sometimes I do change it again as a shock, but for my foundation, I build it, sculpt it, and fine tune it. So what do those 3 mean? The first one, build it. That's the thickness. That's the overall thickness and size of it. So that's the compound lifts. That's the cheat curls. That's the squats. That's the shoulder press. That's the heavy deadlifts. The bent over rows with the bar. That's going to get you that size. I mean, I'm a very old school lifter. I mean, I don't listen to the freaking stupid influencers today. I don't listen to their shit. You know, they do the rows like this. You know, they're so weak, right? Just rip into that weight, man. That's more fun too. So that's building it. So sculpting it. That's your isolation exercises. So that will be and again, for the isolation, you can still go heavy. So for the compound lifts, I usually just do 1 compound lift every workout. I do 5-6 sets of that one exercise at a typically mid-range, about 6 to 8. Unless it's like a chest incline bench or something like that, I'll go a little higher. But for like shoulder press or something, man, 6 to 8 is ideal, man. Peak bulk especially, to get that size. And you really need to be pushing that weight when you're in peak bulk, because that's where you're going to develop that thickness. So when you bulk up, when you're in a bulk season, you're going to have a period in time to where you're trying to transition from the cut still. So I wouldn't go heavy then in terms of like really heavy, like really pushing weight, because you just can't. You're not strong yet. You gotta let the beef do its thing and everything. Once you get to peak bulk, about 3-4 months in, usually it's about 4 months into your peak bulk. So that's when you really got to start pushing those compounds and building up size. So that's building it. So sculpting it, that's your isolation. So that's your side laterals, that's your cable curls, that's your preacher curls, all that stuff. And you can still go heavy on those. I want you guys to. That's another thing too. There's no point to say, I'm doing isolation, so might as well just go light, a lot of reps, right? You're just kind of squeezing it. No, fuck that. Go heavy, man. If you still have that energy in you, some workouts I have a hell lot of energy for some odd reason, and I still go heavy on those isolation lifts. That's going to help you to really make that beautiful muscle. That's what sculpting it does. That's the glute and hamstring tie-in. That's the beautiful side lat. That's the beautiful side delts. That's the upper chest. All that stuff. So that's sculpting. And now fine tuning. This is a little different than sculpting. So fine tuning is basically, it's kind of like an isolation, but you do it in a different way. So let's say you're doing a side lateral, like you're doing just a normal side lateral. You sit posture up, back straight, you lift up. A fine tune can be something like you hunch over like this and then do your side laterals. That way you kind of hit a different spot on that part of the isolation. So that's what fine tuning is. So there's more detail to it, but I'm just going to keep it simple. That's the basic part of it, is that you're basically really trying to hit that tiny, teeny part of that isolation, like part of your shoulder, whatever it is. So that's fine tuning. And also it's kind of hard to fine tune when you're off season. So basically when you're really bulked up, there's really two, just building it and sculpting it. But once you really cut down, like really cutting down like I am right now, you can really start to fine tune, because you start to see it in the mirror, because you don't have that fat and water on you. So yeah, when you're cutting down, you want to do those three things. So you build it, sculpt it, then you fine tune it. So that's basically how I work out, guys. So yeah, that's my current nutrition, that's my current workouts, and how I work out. So giving you guys a little tip. So I'll keep you guys updated week by week. Hopefully I win this year, guys. I feel like it's my year. So if I win this one, I qualify for state. Well, I won the one last year, but I didn't win the overall. So I did win 2 classes last year, but I did not win the overall. There was a damn freak I competed with last year. Hopefully I'll be the freak this year. So yeah, guys, if I win this one, I will qualify for state. Still going to do that one, probably natty. I don't know. We'll see. It is tempting, guys. It's so tempting. I'm so ready to hop on, but I don't think it's going to happen yet. Cause I'm still getting bigger. There's no point to. But I do want to, start to pick up the pace and really try to go for it, that pro card. So, all right, guys. Love you guys. Peace out.